Here we are on the 51st floor of a Skyline residence downtown Toronto. I wanted to invite you to see the space and see what you can do with what is a typical empty white box condo. My client is fussy, detail-oriented, he won't mind me saying, and he challenged my taste a lot. There was a moving between I want really traditional or I want really modern, or no, maybe I want mid-century modern. So it was just this whole eclectic, and we had to make it work and we had to pull it together so it made sense. Creating this living space really had to speak to lounging and also something that was going to create walk-through through the kitchen area and the dining, so it couldn't be really uptight. We wanted shape, we wanted curves, we wanted fabrics for texture. We wanted something to anchor the space, a big dark piece of marble that we custom made here. We talked a lot about how the room would have its furniture placed, and I really thought if we put something with a back, then you're missing your whole view of the skyline. So we thought a really fun, fabulous piece, a bench you could still sit on, would still lend itself to a cozy living room, but then open up to the whole city, which is really the million-dollar view. He didn't want any fireplace in this space. And I was like, you're in a freezing cold Canadian temperature, you need warmth, you need something to have ambiance in the space. And with it being a leathered natural stone, which is a quartzite, and also the curved detail really brought character, and it felt like this space had been here for years, not just a new condo. We paneled the whole wall from living room all the way over to kitchen in a rift cut, beautiful solid oak. It's real wood, it's not a melamine, so it lends itself to that warm, very earthy and traditional feel in a contemporary panel set. There's 2 bedrooms behind this area with a shared bathroom, but we needed a doorway to get into it. So we created a hidden door that goes into the bedroom that you wouldn't know that's hiding behind the oak panel. What we could agree upon was that the view was incredible and we had to maximize the view. So putting mirrors in places that would just look like the view made sense. Behind the kitchen, because of the warmer tones, a clear glass would look a little too bright, so we gave it a smoked look. We went to our marble shops, we went to stone places to go look at all these different materials, and we finally landed on a quartzite. It is just an incredibly strong material, and it's actually beautiful because we leathered it and we chamfered the edge, so that gave it a real kind of elevated look. With these warm caramel and earthy tones, the unlacquered brass leads it to a more contemporary feel, and the sink was a little pop of consistency with the brass going from the faucet right to the sink. The original placement of the kitchen table was in front of the balcony, which really felt awkward. So we created a little vignette and opened the space up. It showed the beautiful chevron wood, and it gave us a spot to walk out to the balcony with a little interest in the corner. We had to try to create all sorts of areas that would seamlessly blend between dining and kitchen. So having a little coffee nook, wine bar, a cocktail mixing station off the dining room, it was close proximity, made sense, and it also gave interest to a boring wall when we first designed the space. There was a bedroom again behind that wall, and there was no windows, so we did need to create natural light. So behind the cocktail station, we have a mirror, but a see-through one that you can see out and you get the natural light, but it looks mirrored to the eye from this side. The original space was an office, and we thought what a great placement for the dining room, and that again led us to the coffee bar and cocktail bar. It was close proximity. And to elevate it, we decided to panel all the walls, paint it all out one color so you had the texture of the paneling, and just a really simple light fixture, clean table, and it just set for a beautiful formal dining or a casual one. Having the dining room in that main space off the corridor, there was a bedroom door. So the original space had a little 7-foot white door, and we had to do something. So our contractors knocked down the whole opening. We got an 8-foot door. We custom made the door, solid oak, it's heavy. The handle is solid bronze. If you look at the hinges, they're integrated hidden hinges, but they're all in bronze. And then we created depth so that we had a beautiful archway that went into the bedroom. The bedroom was all about the view. So we really wanted to bring the outdoors in and create a really simple palette. We did a beautiful velvet caramel headboard and kept the wood the same as the kitchen, brought the hardwood floors through there and opened up the space. You'll notice a full wall of mirror behind the bed. It's a little trick that I use in cramped or tight spaces, but the other intent was that you really felt you were just part of the skyline. We had so much fun designing the primary bathroom. We put laminam on all the walls, which is a high-end porcelain that looks like concrete, and we created a hidden room where the shower and the toilet is all one room with a bronzed glass. And we brought the wall short in the shower to create a hidden little trim so it would wash the shower with light. We did a neat detail of fluting the doors in touch latch, so we have great storage solution there. And then again, our wonderful marble fabricators, we did right down to the floor in an integrated sink vanity that again was very elevated hotel style. Walking down the corridor of the entryway was so boring, and I just thought by bringing in the chevron floors and a little light washing the walls and the paneling, again elevated that whole space that felt like this had been here forever. It was beautiful, it's timeless, it's classic, but it also lends itself to some modern pieces. One of my favorite trademarks in all my spaces is hidden closets or hidden doors that lead into either a library or, in this case, the corridor went right into a bedroom. So our solution was a beautiful paneled wall with hidden doors and closets that, again, look like just a great wall for art. The powder room just off the corridor was a simple, boring bathroom. Our client really wanted something moody, something that had warmth, something that was really hotel-y. So we went and picked jade Ming marble, polished. We had our fabricators create an integrated sink and a full panel of just marble. And we offset the faucet so it was a more contemporary look. We found that it was really expensive to bring in the solid oak from the kitchen, but we wanted it to feel like we did. So we found a melamine that looks almost the same, carries the same textural look, and it was half the price. When I come back to this space to visit, I get thrilled to see these marbles. I love the rift-cut oak wall, the hidden doors just thrill me. The chevron woods and the inlays and the brass, it's those details that the client just loved. And because he's detail-oriented, he loves the space over and over and over again because there's so much to look at, but it just seamlessly comes together.